Welcome to Isekai Quartet Anime Review, episode number 6. We're reviewing the 28th episode of the series, Cooking Class Chaos. A very interesting episode that... This is quite interesting. It has open time. It does not technically have an ending title sequence for some reason, this episode. And it's only 11 minutes this episode, which is 1 minute shorter than last week's episode. So, we start off with, I think it was Von Regan basically berating Wiz for buying a bunch of food, which turned out to be pasta. And Wiz, for some reason, is tied to the ceiling. We see Veneer try to something. Of course, can't exactly do murder beams. Of course, the whole gag of him being angry at her buying stuff that she shouldn't have. Yeah, that is actually for Konosuba. One of 2 Konosuba references in this very episode, aside from having the characters here, because that is something she does in the series. Like her buying stuff she shouldn't have, and Veneer being angry at her for it. But that was the point of murder beams. And then we have everybody basically just making pasta, and of course Tanya making a reference here to not eat. Of course, oh yeah, we had pasta before. I should point out though that there actually was a short release that announced season 2 for Saga Time Evil, which was the only thing released since season 2 wrapped up. Yeah, you're referencing that, and Katsuma was referencing the sentient cabbage from Konosuba Season 1. So we get like, oh my gosh, like 2 references to Season 2 basically Konosuba here. So everybody prepares pasta. After everybody's making the pasta, you can eat the pasta, eat some the neighbors. But also the pasta food be alive. You know, be as fresh as possible. And apparently boiling it didn't kill it because it comes to life as zombies. And they break 2 windows to get away from it. One first window was broken by darkness. And actually, so first was broken by Aqua, and the second was broken by darkness. And of course, basically, people can call her Latina, which is actually Darkness' real name. And she's like, "Don't call me Latina," which is actually something that's a reference to Konosuba Season 2, because she's not really a big fan of her actual name. Because she likes to refer to darkness. And then everybody beats all the pasta up, and then, of course, Val wants to eat it, because that is actually a reference to Second Evil, because she'll eat anything. Well, her gag was in the show, she'll eat potatoes. But in the case of... So we got like 2 Second Evil Easter eggs here. At least a few Easter eggs for Konosuba, but... You're probably all thinking like... Okay, so... Oh, but also Rem uses her basically her ball and chain. Which, in terms of animation... It's the first time she's used it since the opening of season 2. Me. That was the last time she used it. And of course, basically, she's not interacting with Garfield purely because she never met the man. That's primarily the reason for it. So everyone's like cleaning the class up, and of course, once class up, get her down. As for, now, in the episode, they do not really explain the reason why she decided to tie herself to the ceiling. She just did. Also shows the fact that she does wear something under her skirt. She wears pants under her skirt. Okay, fine. Also, they do have one tiny Easter egg for Overlord with, of course, Ainz pointing out the Demiurge basically does the thing like assuming something he thinks about. What it actually is, it's not very clear. Also, no follow-up with Eminence in the Shadow this episode. Yeah, this is the first episode of season. No appearance by the cast of Eminence in Shadow. Or even Ryan's showed here. It almost kind of feels like this episode felt like this could have been the opening of the season. But, of course, they still have references to... Of course, they have to keep in stuff from ReZero Season 2, which is the holding hands between Subaru and Beatrice, despite the fact in ReZero Season 3 that is not a thing. They don't have to hold their hands all the frickin' time. It's like the Isekai Quartet saw that at the end of season 2. It's like they think that is a constant thing that must happen in the show, even though really it doesn't. Like, they have to kind of near each other, yes, but it's not to the point if Subaru lets go of her hand that he'll die. That is completely made up for the show. I know because I've watched ReZero. But surprisingly, no actual ReZero Easter eggs this episode, surprisingly. It's like, yeah, we get a little reference to Overlord, a little bit of Saga Evil, and it's something this is the first episode of the show, of the season, where it focuses on the original 4 shows that started in the crossover with the first season. No Showed Hero this episode, no, like I said, no Emerson Shadow. Just very basic, per se, but it's okay. I do enjoy the Konosuba Easter eggs in this episode. Yes, and of course, the reference Saga Evil. Like, you probably think, oh, is that from the first season of the show? No, that is a short. Yes, a short that's I think about 15 minutes. I think it was. Yeah, when they released the short, that's when they announced that we're going to be season 2 coming. The rumor I've heard, I've not heard confirmation about this, is that Saga Table Season 2 is rumored to come out next year. If it's going to come out next year, I'm just going to wait and see. Okay? But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up is Spy X Family. Okay? Let's go. Bye.